Hey, Dad.
What?
They changed shit again.
Okay.
You know this whole setup out here?
Yeah.
You get rid of all this.
Why?
This is not needed. Get this gone.
All this crap.
Yep, all this crap. Get it out of here.
Okay.
So, you know how we are doing bad in temp-wise?
Uh-huh.
Well, apparently the more you make it now, the higher you make it, the more temperature it takes.
Okay.
If you look into this evaporator block, the one doing our barn setup, it's currently doing a whole lot better.
Correct.
I mean, correct. You haven't looked at it.
I looked at it earlier. Yes. That one is doing way better.
Yes, it is now at maximum temperature.
How did you get it at maximum temperature? How the hell did you manage that?
With one of these.
With one of... Ow.
Well, if you put that down. You see how there's a text field in here? Well, say you hit like 99 and then hit yes. It then uses 99.99 thousand FE a tick to ramp up the temperature to fuck off. Speeds. So much so that we can't even keep water in this thing, apparently. That's also a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
We need to figure out what the temperature in this is going to need and how much to tell that thing to actually pull power. And we need to fix the pump, because that's a big problem.
Yeah, especially when you get to a fission reactor.
Especially considering the fact that it already has all the speed and energy upgrades in the pump, so the pump is pumping at maximum pumping.
Some more pumps. It's time for the sink, Junior.
Let's see here. That we need more pumps. We need more cogs. Should be in my box. I got 8 cogs. What the hell? Well, that's 3, 5, 6, 7. One more, damn it. Ran out of a damn thing. So, I'm in the process of currently crafting up all the things we need for the fission reactor, which I found a creative recipe involving the fission reactor. Let's see, synergy with, just, you know what, make me 100 of each one of those. I don't need a bunch of them. Just make me a whole lot of them. Okay, here is a bucket. Hey look, water buckets. Just what I needed. And then get rid of... Thank you. Get rid of that. We're gonna need some stone brick. We're gonna need all these, probably more of them, but we'll deal with it. Then we need a whole lot of water. Like, yes, water.
So, build a lake.
It's what I was just thinking about doing, actually.
We don't need these trees anymore, right?
We're not getting rid of the trees.
Oh, where do you want this thing? I have a shovel. Shit.
Okay, stop, fucking stop.
You drive me nuts with this. Not using tools, crap.
Fucking knock it off.
I said a lake. This ain't a lake.
Just shut the fuck up. I'm not
Barely a
building a lake
bathtub.
right now.
There's barely a bathtub.
This'll be where a lake will be. I'll expand it later. Okay. There's that. Alloys. And we're just missing electric machines.
You realize that 13,000. This thing should have melted down, right?
Never said that wasn't a little excessive on my part. Okay. Of course, that's the one that fucking got the damn upgrades in it. Energy, speed. You let me get the damn things in it before you go getting them in my way.
Funnier my way. That's good, by the way. You're filling.
They're not both heated up yet.
Yeah, but only one of them needs the water.
Then we need a fission one after that.
Yes, we do have that.
Oh, 12.
This thing can apparently make 1 bucket plus 80 millibuckets a tick at max. I'm currently watching the heat to see when it says the production is dropping.
That's what you need to do, because I need to know how much temp to give this thing.
I know. I'll let you know when it should be around 300, I think. So we got a long way to go. It'd probably be easier to figure out on this one, since somebody went psycho on that one.
Need to run the power cable back here, because I'm ramping up the power on these, that ain't gonna keep it.
Yes, we'll have to run a power cable back here, because the solar isn't going to be able to handle it. I'm well aware.
A 1,080 millibuckets is apparently its max production.
I said
so
that.
every tick, it will be doing a bucket.
I ramped it up to 300 FE, so we'll see what that does for this one.
It puts it at 38 Celsius. Now it's taking a while. I'm still trying to cool down from me ramping it.
Because you have to be excessively stupid.
Testing.
It's not testing. Testing is going in small intervals and seeing what kind of change you get. What you did was just throttle to the floor, balls out, nobody cares, and hope there's not a wall in front of it. But it's not useful information you get out of it. You ramp it up slowly, you can get useful information and be able to figure out what you actually need. Now we're going to be sitting and waiting 6 million years for this thing to actually get cooled down to something lower than the sun.
Well, I mean, how long is it going? I mean, maybe that's the best way to do it. If it takes it this long to cool down, maybe eject it at first and then let it cool down, then eject it again. How do you know? Maybe I found the greatest way ever to do it.
So are we going to pause this while it's working its way up?
Well,
or do you have something else to do?
If you want to keep an eye on it, I can go work on the lithium.
Okay. Then you need this.
We do have...
He just took off without the thing.
What thing?
The next machine you need, the rotary condensator, which is in my...
Motherfucker, I asked you where the fuck that went!
Are you
said
yelling
you don't
again?
know. Cause I done made another one! Cause when I fucking asked, you said you don't know!
I did not say I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I asked earlier, where'd the rotary condenser go? You said, I don't know. So I fucking made a new one.
Well, I have the one you made in my pocket.
rid of you. Tank, elite tank, ultimate tank. There's those. That will allow me to hopefully now autocraft the fuel rod assembly. Now you're missing. I'm still missing a tank. There's one in there. There's something in it. No, it's empty. And yes, it's one that wasn't placed. Sack of shit. I'll deal with it. Fucking deal with it. So, we want this. And we want that out of the way. We want this guy. Actually, no, we do want it over here. So, put this guy back down here. There we go. That will input in some lithium. That will output regular lithium. We just need the fat guy to run a power cable over here. So we're going to have a lithium factory right here. I have decided. There we go. Pull that down. Okay, we need more cables. It ain't gonna be enough cables. There we go. There'll be a little bit more stuff we'll need to do with the lithium, but for right now that'll be fine. And we can just set that right beside it. That'll take in the lithium. And that'll start outputting item lithium. Woohoo! I got lithium! Then it wants me to do flex networks. Enables wireless charging on my flex network. And I don't give a shit.
Then you can just put a flux plug on the back of each of your machines. You don't have to run cables between them.
Don't care.
But it's the new rage, Junior. All the cool kids are doing it.
Alright, that's sit there. Output into there. Store all that. This guy gets all those. That's done. He's back. There we go. All the lithium should be gone.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I still got 1 million in the pipe it's trying to work through, but close enough. How's this working?
We're up to 1,000 C, and it's only about half. And that's 900 FE on each one.
Look at that. You done fucking let this one go under production. You would have known the number.
It went down really fast when I wasn't looking.
Trust this motherfucker to look.
I was working on the other one trying to get it up. I've got it at 900. I'm gonna try 1,200 now.
What happens when I try to trust him to do something?
Shut the hell up.
Here.
What the hell are you doing putting lithium on the ground?
What, you like lithium? What's the matter? You don't like it?
So now that we have lithium, now we got to do the fission reactor.
Yep, that's what
And
I
the
was
turbine.
working on. It's what I was working on. Because I take this back out. Tell it I don't want that. Back in here. So we want to craft this. Minus 1 tank. So you can kiss my ass. I'll deal with it myself. And we tell it that I need a fizzle rod controller. God. Alright, so it is working on the reactor casings, the assembly, and the control rod. The logic ports and the regular ports, those are easy enough. We can deal with those. I still need some reactor glass. Reactor glass is... Go fuck yourself. Holy shit.
Looks like fun.
It's still cheaper than the block, though. Alright, so that'll go in. I was building this thing, just the smallest for now. We'll deal with it later. So I need 5 pieces of glass. So missing 100 lead dust. So what we need to do is take lead off the auto cook list for a second. Add me a bunch of lead real quick. Down here and throw it in the crusher. And then tell it to do it again. There we go. And it's working on that. You can go back to cooking all the lead dust. And what was the basement working on? Just doing steel, still doing slime balls. Son of a bitch. We need 95,000 blocks of iron.
That's a lot of iron.
Yeah, I'm gonna help it. So, pause and be back.
Okay. Alright, I think I've got it roughly worked out. We may have to tweak it.
One of these don't look like brine. One of these look a whole lot like water.
Yeah, one of them's supposed to be water.
No, one should be full of brine.
Well, yes, technically it should. Because it's completely full of brine. But
Good.
argue with them, not me. Anyways, I think I have it roughly figured out to 1275 is what I put in there. It says 1.27, but I put in 1.27 or 1275. I may need to adjust it just a hair up to like 1280, but I haven't seen it drop again. It's staying right at 2.82. I'm assuming that's approximately what we need. So that's your 2 max thermal evaporation plants at full production. Enjoy.
Don't imagine what it took to make those.
No,
You'll have an aneurysm.
it was ridiculously stupid.
In the core study in the basement, we got 2,000 lithium dust. With that lithium dust, we'll be able to use that to actually make stupid bullshit. To actually be able to make an infinity trident.
Right.
We can make our induction matrix now. And apparently an infinity saw and reinforced induction casing. Wait, what?
We can't make the induction, if I remember correctly. Doesn't it need... Can we make that now?
Yeah, all we were needing was that. Except, I was just looking and there's a reinforced induction casing.
Yeah, I seen that too.
I don't know what that is.
Oh. You've got to
Reinforced
make the
induction
charged
ports.
Certus cord singularities. That's what we need to make.
Okay. Oh, and since I mentioned it earlier, go ahead and show this. I said I found something really dumb in the fission reactor. You can apparently run gaseous iron compound in a fission reactor.
Okay, hold on. Before we get to stupid, also along with your charged Certus cord singularity, the providers need Fluex singularity.
Okay.
So
Those won't be that hard.
So you need to set up both of those before we can do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Not a
now
problem.
you can proceed with stupid.
So you're supposed to run the fissile fuel through here to get steam and nuclear waste. You know, the fuel turning into waste. I just threw that at you. Why'd you throw it back at me?
Because I don't want it.
Or alternatively, you can run gaseous iron compound, which you make by oxidizing iron into gaseous iron. That you can then run as a fuel in a fission reactor to heat up the water into steam and get a gaseous steel compound. You can then run through a crystallizer to crystallize into steel ingots.
Wrong. Wrong. Everything about this is wrong.
What? You don't want to use a fission reactor to make steel?
Iron is not a fissile fuel. Go away. That is so wrong.
Makes you feel any better. That is not a mechanism recipe. That was added.
That is dumb. He should feel bad.
Idea before I explode. I'm gonna explode. Ah!
Don't you have like 200 seconds or something?
I don't know, but it ain't crafting. So that's a problem.
It says
I
durability
ain't wanting to
200.
craft. Oh, it's because the tanks and stuff. These
That's
stupid
also
tanks right
not
here.
in the center.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to make it center. Shut up.
Okay.
Oh, it just didn't give me the other tank. If I take the other tank, then it should work. Yep, there we go. Right there is our fuel assembly. Just as a bonus. Rod and controls.
Mm-hmm.
Now, get some fuel in that thing and turn it on.
Not yet, you ain't. Not till you have something to cool this bad boy.
Yeah, I figure we'll water cool it to start with, and then we could turn it over to a sodium one once I get the stuff to make the boiler. So we can actually cool off the sodium, make more steam.
Okay.
Shove into a big ass turbine.
Okay. So the next
And then I'll show
few,
you what true power looks like.
so the next few episodes is going to be Matrix first.
It'll
Then
be a
this.
good idea.
Okay.
This and that. We need the turbine to run the steam, and then it'd be best to go ahead and throw a boiler in, do the sodium and all that stuff.
So for some reason, this says we need to produce nuclear waste before the Matrix, which I don't understand, but it's just a click it task, so I don't know if we can do it before the 2 builds are done. Because otherwise you're going to have to take the cell out of the Matrix to get the Matrix to show up we did it. But I think it's kind of weird to build those 2 before you build what's going to collect their power.
Yeah, it don't make a whole lot of sense. Trust me, they don't put out the power.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have all the semi-stable ingots I need to be able to upgrade our armor.
Okay.
So that's also something we need to do.
Okay.
And we need to go, deal with the asteroid belt thing.
No, you. You need to go deal with him. I'm not going anywhere near that guy. He cheats.
Yep.
Anything that can do a /kill command on you, cheater, I'm not dealing with it. He can kill you in creative. It's cheating. Anyway, so let's get the hell out of here.
Hope y'all enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.